Good evening, lovely tubers. My name is the White Mexican, and welcome to Market Watch Investments. I have a plethora of cards that I'll be showcasing for you guys tonight, and I do hope that you will enjoy. Getting things kickstarted tonight is going to be Dragonic Diagram. These are the original print secret rare variants dawning out of the core booster set Maximum Crisis. There are actually several different secret rares to this print, but this is the OG original print. And there's one card that True Draco is getting in, I think it's either, I want to say, I think Darkwing Blast, if I'm not mistaken. I thought it was more support, but apparently it's just that one card, which is, I guess it was more than enough to give it some kind of hype boost here. So it's going to be interesting. I could be wrong, it could be more than one, but from my recollection, I believe it was just one. So go ahead and looking at price trends here, starting market price for these first edition copies is going to be roughly around 4 bones for the onesie twosie stacks. There is an Italiano stock here of 4 for about 5. Interesting enough, when we switch over to bulk prices, that's when we start to see this card go away. It goes from couple pages down to 1 page, and then the starting market price for bulk prices for English is about 5 bones, and then jumps up to 6 and then 12, and then gets to a bolstering 30. So interesting on that when you get to the bulk stacks for the original print. Now alternatively, there are multiple secret rare variants. Actually, all of the variants that we have here in the TCG are secret. So we had the Mega Pack reprints, and then also Battles of Legends secret variants. So all roughly around the same price. It looks like the original print is just spent for a little bit more value. Next is going to be Ultimate Offering, Dual Terminal 3. Specifically, these are rares, and it has really cool artwork. This has been a banned card for quite some time. Very prevalent, a very powerful card. Again, we don't know when Konami is going to choose to release things off the lists. I personally believe White Mexican theory, everything can come off the list, just a matter of if it gets errated or not. And this can be very much a product of that theory. We don't really know. I personally love DT, and this is just an all-around awesome DM era card. Starting market price for this is going to be around 6 bones for lightly played copies. Near mints are going to go for about 7+. There's 2 pages of availability, and if we switch over to bulk prices, it's going to jump to 9 bones for a stack of 8 here for core TCG. Now, there are other variants such as the Super Holofoils from Champion Pack 4, which are going anywhere from 60 to 107, which are very, very pricey, and then all these other common variants. If you were to get the common variants, I would really recommend that you go for the original Gen 1 Star deck, so Joey, Yugi, Kaiba, or Pegasus, specifically for the first editions. But realistically, I think the best bang for your buck is going to be the DT rares, aesthetically pleasing and value-wise. Interesting enough, so OCG in Japan, this is actually their Ultimate Offering, and look at the artwork difference, man. This totally is giving me like Resident Evil, like You Are Dead vibes background. Love the gore, love the uncensorship, love like the demon god here with the blood sacrifice. Just really, really cool. These are the prismatic secrets that they got in Japan. So there's actually several different really cool rarities of this. They also got a DT rare, I believe. The prismatic secrets were my favorite, so just wanted to show that off really quick. Next is going to be Celestial Double Star Shaman. This, still to the day, is a solo print dawning from the infamous, amazing Duelist Saga. I'm a huge fan of this set personally myself. And this is just a spawn of level 2, so maybe this will be used in Splite, maybe not, maybe it's a little bit slower. It is a solo print, again. It is cool history merit that it is from a very unique set, which is Duelist Saga. Pretty cool artwork. And just to let me know what you guys think about this. This has been a card I've been looking at for some while. I always kind of spam through Duelist Saga because there are quite a bit of solo prints from this set, and again, this is a one-of set. There's the only set that has this like lightsaber looking holofoil. Looks pretty nice, and I don't know, I just think this was an interesting card. It is another one of those tuner synchros, so we don't have too many tuner synchros. We have a handful of tuner synchros. Shaman just happens to be one of them, and it does spam level 2, so it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. Nothing too crazy about price trends. It looks like it trickled up, and now it's kind of trickling back down. And apparently someone bought this for 10 bones. That's really, really insane, because that's not what the market price is. Starting market price for across the board is pretty much 2 bones plus before you factor in shipping for these onesie twosie stacks. There is a fat stack of 58 here for some Italiano Italiano upside down European prints here. And then if we switch over to bulk prices, English prints are going to start around 5-ish bones, and there's quite a few options for that, but then trickles up pretty rapidly after that. So food for thought. Next is going to be Formula Synchron. So this is actually the newest print, Hidden Arsenal Chapter 1. If you bought into that set, I know I personally did. I still have my case sealed. The secret rare promos that came with the dice and all that stuff, these are actually going for 5 bones plus starting market price. Again, this just happens to be another one of those fantastic tuner synchros, and this is just a +1 to a certain extent, and it's been around for quite some time and was the longest standing kind of go-to tuner synchros for quite some time. See a pretty articulate price trend increase, and it's starting to level out here. But all across the board, even onesie twosie stacks about 5 bones plus, and it continues to trickle up. If we switch over to bulk prices really quick, again, you're going to get that 5+ mark. And this is really good. I mean, from what it was, again, I mean, this I don't think this was like a complete blowout set and everyone went crazy and bought this. A lot of people didn't like this. Again, this is for like a long-term hold. There's really not much value in this set specifically right now, but for 5-10 year mark down the line, this is going to be a fantastic investment for some of the cards, not all of them. There is a mirrored secret rare Legendary Collection 5Ds, which is articulating some good value as well, and then of course the Dual Saga variants. But again, this is easy access and it's high rare to secret rare, and it's new, so probably a lot of players have this one. So if you guys don't need it, have them in a bulk, you have a little bit of small change value. Next is going to be Necro World Banshee. So this is a total babe card. I absolutely love the artwork on that. Love how they made it a super rare. Much love for the super rare holo foils. And it's from one of my all-time favorite structure decks, Zombie Horde. So you guys know I'm a huge zombie fan. For a long time, it was a solo print until Ghost the Trash donned a disgusting, utterly hideous, unfortunate rarity of ultra rare, which I can't even talk about because it's just a tragedy. But these are the original print super rares from the structure deck, and they just look fantastic. And start market price for these is about 2 bones for onesie twosie stacks for these first edition copies. And if we switch over to bulk prices, it goes to about 3+ and jumps to about 6. So always kind of been a pricey card. Obviously with the reprint it's toned down a little bit, but this completely just blows out the ultra in every single way, in my personal opinion, and I'll say nothing less to that extent. And this is just an amazing card. The sheer fact that they made this a quick effect and busting out world really breaks a lot of boards and really slows down certain decks. And I'm just a huge fan of the zombies in general. And a lot of people are taking this in, I think, actually to combat Flundery, which is always kind of a nuisance that's running around here and there. Manspector Raccoon is going to be next. So in Darkwing Blast, I believe it was, we are getting 1 card. And again, I get confused with the quantities, but I believe for Manspector, it's 1 card, one new support, and apparently it's supposed to be pretty good. I never played this deck, and I don't really know the impact of how good it's going to be, but apparently it's going to be relatively good because this has been really hyped up and people are eating up this card pretty heavily in the market. Now this is the original ultra rares done from the core set Dimensions of Chaos, and this is going for some pretty good money. For the longest time this was like 1-2 bone card. Starting market price now for near mint first editions is going to be about 7 bones plus starting market price, and there is a couple stacks here. We see some 3Z stacks here, and there's 2 pages of availability. So significant articulation and value. You can see this giant uptick here in value, but keep in mind there is a Megaton Mirrored Ultra Rare, which is the only other option that we have here in the TCG, and this is like 2 bones. So it's interesting how the original Ultras are so significantly more value than the reprints. But if you want the reprints, I mean, here's a fat stack of 5 right here, and it's not even 2 bones for near mint first edition. There's another stack here and a 3 stack here, a fat 20 stack here for under 2 bones for first edition near mint. So there are options available if you want to play this card. This is a fantastic card. I actually thought about making an anti-meta build based off Manspector because I think it's just fantastic that they can't be destroyed or targeted by card effects, which is really cool. This one is obviously one of the better ones because says it's the self-searcher of the deck, so thought that was worth highlighting. Next is going to be Visa Starfrost. So I thought that this was just a standalone card, just another interesting kind of alluring secret rare. You know, Dimension Force is extremely new, and this is relatively well balanced on the market, being that this set, just the last set that released for the most part, you know, it's kind of everywhere. What I did not notice, which is kind of silly, but this card is very much a tuner, and that's really significant. I did not notice that before. It's fantastic that it's a warrior light. Those attributes and monster types have a lot of support. It can be special summoned, so synchro fodder, which is really good, specifically that it's being, you know, tuner, is a tuner monster. But another thing that's fantastic about this, which I did not realize until I was doing research actually in Darkwing Blast, and I don't remember specifically from Power of the Elements if there's anything mentioned in Power of the Elements, but the new tier elements that are dawning from Darkwing Blast do specifically mention this card, and there are upgrade effects that you can get for utilizing this card. So to my knowledge, I just found out that this is very much a tier element card, and I think because of that, tier elements, they look fantastic. They're total babes. They're really awesome. They're powerful, and they're going to be right up there potentially with Splight, and so is the word on the street. So I think that there's potential for this card to go up, and maybe you guys want to get your copies now, maybe you guys want to wait a little bit. It's completely up to you. I'm aware that there's like kind of like the sneak peek ultra rare promos, which apparently are more than this, which I kind of understand because they're less on the market compared to the core secret rares, but this is still a really fantastic card, so you guys should definitely check it out. Start market price for this is going to be roughly around 10 bones for near mint first editions, and there's obviously plenty of pages, 11 plus, and then build price is going to start like around 11, so up to you guys on that one. Next is going to be Magical Musketeer, so Magibullets. This is an extremely affordable deck core right now. Let's see, the Caspars and Starfires like your main like combo cards, and they're like 3-4 bones. We're talking about near mint first edition bulk prices. They're insanely affordable right now. Surprisingly enough, the most expensive card is Cross Domination, which is one of their better quick play magic cards and all that. Magical Musketeer Max is just insane. I believe this is still a solo print to the day. This is an insane deck core. It has amazing, really fun mechanic. It's very unique. Activating your traps and magics from your hand on your opponent's turns. Really fun, really affordable. It's one of those rare light fiend based deck types, and it's just awesome. So if you guys have time, I highly recommend you go through, if you're not familiar with what this deck does, read the cards and pick up a playset of everything. It's really affordable right now. I think this is one of those deck cores that no one's really looking at, and I kind of like to pop in, talk about it, and highlight it and showcase it every once in a while because I think it's very undervalued. And just the same with Dark Lords. So Dark Lords have a lot of synergy with a lot of dark based decks, and again, this is just a fun, really cool deck that is, I don't really know what else to say. Like the artwork looks cool, they have really cool recycle factors, and just the whole kind of mechanics behind the deck. And maybe I'm just a little biased, but I really like Dark Lords a lot. I think they're a fun deck, I think they're a good deck, and you never really know when decks, Konami's going to decide to give support to decks, so definitely check it out. Eggshell by far is one of my favorite cards in the decks, and it's just really just an all-around awesome deck. So this is something else I think you guys should check out, another really highly underrated deck core. Next is going to be Mega Pack 22, so the Tin of the Pharaoh's Gods. So apparently, to my understanding, if my sources are correct, these reprints have already been confirmed in this set, and I'd heard rumors specifically for Forbidden Droplet, apparently a Prismatic Secret reprint in the tins, which I think would just be fantastic. It's nice that we got the, actually it's not really nice that we got the Ultras. I'm really just not a fan of those personally. I think I'm highly anticipating the Prismatic Secrets. I think the Ultras are just utterly disgusting, and Prismatic Secrets would just be amazing. But we have some blowout cards here. I'm not sure how they're going to incorporate these, or how short printed these are going to be, or how they're going to arrange these. But Ash, Forbidden Droplet, Snow Rabbit is kind of, if they make a Prismatic Secret Ash, that would look really, really cool. We have so many Ghost Ogres and Snow Rabbits that it's not even funny. We really don't need another one, but if they make Prismatic Secret, that would be kind of interesting. Lightning Storm as a Prismatic Secret. I don't even care. Give me a super. Anything besides Ultra Rare. I'm so tired of cards only being available for the most part in Ultra Rare. It's either like Starlight Rare or Ultra Rare, and that's just not really much of a range to choose from. Nibiru, we already kind of have a lot of those. And Dragoon. The biggest thing I'm excited about, obviously, like everyone else, is the Ash and the Forbidden Droplet and the Lightning Storm. I think these are just complete blowout reprints, and I'm really, really excited. I'm definitely going to be stashing away for this product because I think that it's going to be a blowout product, and it's going to be pretty fun to crack this year. Next is going to be Gemini Elf. So, if you guys want original print Generation 1 Labyrinth of Nightmare Secret Rare Gemini Elf, star market price, now this will be for collectability purposes only. First editions is going to be 140 bones, starting market price, and there's only 4 listings of onesie stacks. Now, what I didn't know, and actually just found out today because I always dump on this set a lot, was there was part of the Lost Art promotion. Now, these are very much the disgusting rarity of Ultra Rare, which is like Gag Me on the Spoon. It makes me want to just, you know, it's just a bad time. But these actually, like, for artwork purposes, specifically being that they're uncensored, obviously you guys can guess why this is the uncensored artwork from the OCG import. I think this is fantastic for collectability value. And the reason why I say that is because it's right now, as of right now, until we get a higher rarity, we're stuck with this disgusting dog dump of Ultra Rare. But it does look really, really cool, I'll admit. It's not like it's such a mixed bag of knives. I can't really say Ultra Rare looks really cool in the same sentence. It just pains me to say that. But these are relatively affordable given the history merit of the set and how their promos and they're going away and potentially they're not making more for right now. Hopefully they get smart. They'll re-improvise this promo system to secret rares, which would just be completely better in every way. But right now, for bulk prices of this, specifically for near mint, because I very much believe for certain cards, because the majority of these cards were just dog dump, but some of them like Foolish Burial, Monster Reborn, and maybe even Dark Magician Girl, but I'm not really a fan of the type of artwork they use. But this one is one of the top. Gemini Elf for the uncensored artwork is about 4 bones. Personally, I just invested in 3 playsets of this in near mint for roughly, it's like 370 plus, so not quite 4 bones a pop. I think this is a really good investment once this goes away. I'm talking about like long-term investment, 3-5 years. I think these are going to be way over 4 bones a pop for near mint. And right now, this is unfortunately the only variant that we have of the uncensored, but I think it's a great collector's card, in my personal opinion. Now, alternatively, there is the Japanese OCG Ultimate Rares, which I also have plenty myself. I lived in Japan for multiple years, picked a lot of these up on the cheap, and these just look fantastic. The Ultra Rare pops very, very well. This is a very old card. You can see in the bottom right here, it has the old school attack and defense box, which is really, really cool. And of course it has the Japanese original intended artist artwork, which is really, really nice. So just wanted to show that to you guys really quick because I thought it looked pretty awesome. And the last card that I have for you guys tonight is going to be Royal Tribute. So all you Gravekeeper fans out there, I know you're watching. I love Gravekeepers, you love Gravekeepers. It's a fun time, and Royal Tribute is a complete blowout card. If you're going first and you pull this off, you pretty much almost win. And it's relatively easy to get this card out depending on the search systems that you're teching in. This has really great artwork. It's Pharaohs, it's Gravekeeper's Love. There's so many amazing things that go with this deck, and this is just completely a ridiculous card, and it can just be like total bonkers in some game states. Starting market price for this is going to be 5 bones for lightly played. This is the ultra rares that I'm talking about, of course. The only hollow foils that we have in the TCG from the infamous Legendary Collection Yugi World. This is a complete blowout set. I don't think I've shot a single market watch video without mentioning this set. It's really, really fun, especially for the secret rares. So pretty much 5 bones all across the board for first edition copies, and it's going to trickle up to about 7 We'll switch over to bulk prices, and there's only 2 sets of bulk prices, a 5 and 5 for 13 bones apiece. They happen to be near mint first editions exclusively. Now, of course, there are 2 other variants. We have a Dark Revs Common and the original Nostalgic Legacy Generation 1 Chronic Guardian Commons. So those are available for more affordable prices. I personally have the Ultras. I have a couple copies myself, well, several copies. Again, this set is something I just collect like crazy. But this is a fantastic card, and it's going places, and it's always going to be a thorn in many players' sides when they're dueling against Gravekeepers. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you've enjoyed this content, please share it with someone that you believe will also enjoy it. The world is a dark place and life is difficult. Be aware that you never know what others are enduring. Please remember to be a friend, be a brother, be a sister. Love and encourage those that surround you always. I hope you guys are making some fantastic Yu-Gi-Oh! Investments yourself. This has been a showcasing by The White Mexican, and I'll see you in the next video.
Bye.